But Jane had not died, and when she finally began to look about her and ask for her child, they told her the babe had been all but stillborn. Jane knew it was a lie. She would never believe that her babe had died soon after it drew breath. But if she stood here from now to kingdom come, she knew they would not tell her what had happened to her child. Tears ran silently down her cheeks as she turned away. Night was closing fast, and the snow was beginning to lie thickly. She was a mile from the nearest village, and she knew that even if she reached it, no one would help her. They would merely send her here. She was a vagrant, nothing, no one. If she died this night, it mattered not. But if she lived, she would return, and somehow she would have justice for what had been done here. As she lingered at the gates, a young girl came rushing from the rear of the house. Jane knew her, for this girl had helped her in the infirmary, had given her a cup of milk and a piece of bread when she lay weeping after they'd told her that her babe was dead. "Thank you, child," Jane had whispered, because something in the girl's face had touched her heart, and there was such sadness in those big brown eyes. "I am called Bella," the girl had whispered to her then. "They will beat me if they find me giving you sustenance, because you have angered the mistress." She'd gone quickly, afraid of being caught and punished. Bella was dressed now in just her nightgown and a shawl, shivering with cold. "What are you doing here, child?" Jane said. "You will catch your death on this terrible night." "I had to tell you," Bella gasped. "I saw you from the window, and I got out the back way. Don't believe them when they say your babe died. She lived, for I saw them take her out to the gates some 2 days later and give her to someone in a carriage. You were still ill and would not have heard her even if she cried, but I did." "You saw it? You saw them give my child to someone?" Jane clutched at the child's arm, hope soaring. "Did you see her, Bella? Do you know if she lived?" "She did not die, as they told you. Your babe was crying as they carried her away. I heard her, and I saw them give her to someone in a carriage. But I am sorry. I do not know who it was." "Thank you." Jane reached through the bars of the locked gate to catch Bella's hands. "Go, quickly, before they discover you, or you will be punished." The child had been going to say more, but she nodded, and giving a little sob of fear, Bella fled the way she had come. Jane's eyes filled with tears, but her heart grew stronger. She had not imagined those cries. Her daughter lived somewhere, and one day she would find her and take her back. Raising her hand, Jane waved to Bella as she paused at the corner of the house before disappearing round the corner. If she found her child, perhaps she might come back and take Bella away from this terrible place. But for the moment, it would take all her strength just to survive. Once inside the scullery, Bella paused, listening for sounds. But the other inmates were in their beds, and she knew she must hurry. If the mistress discovered her here at this hour, she would be accused of stealing food from the kitchen and beaten. Her eyes stung with tears, for she could not forget the look of despair in Jane's eyes. There was nowhere the young woman would find proper shelter on such a night, for even the church was locked during the hours of darkness, to deter those who would steal from God and the poor. It was likely that Jane would die, unless she found a barn or a haystack to crawl inside. Bella shivered, feeling chilled, for there was little hope that Jane would recover her babe, even if she survived the night. "God grant you peace," she prayed, knowing that Jane's chances of survival were as small as Bella's of finding happiness in this life. "If there is a God, I think you need him this night." Chapter 1. On the lonely road, a carriage bowled smartly through the gathering gloom of a bitter night, both coachman and horses eager to find an inn, stables, and warmth. Inside, the man, his eyes closed.